The 2K Sports Pregame Show, sponsored by Kia.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Toronto Raptors. Looking at the last game for Toronto, it was a win against the Knicks in New York. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. Hey, we get a chance to check out DeMar DeRozan tonight. He has improved his game each and every year.
Yeah, his first step is explosive, and that's what's really separated him, and also difficult to guard. And because of that, then he gets to the free throw line, which enhances his game. So he takes less shots, scores more points, and more efficient.
When he focuses on what he does well, which is attack defenders, he's a force. He can be an elite scorer when he doesn't settle. Every now and then he settles for too many jumpers, but when he's in attack mode, it's like a killer pit bull.
Let's go over. I'm going to keep you on a short leash. Let's go over to Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the opening tip.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Nets homestand. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors. So far, no luck against this team. They've dropped both of the games in the previous two matchups this season.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Sometimes teams feed off their fans' energy, and they didn't have that on the road tonight. And that's why they didn't play better defense as a result. They couldn't quite muster up enough strength on that end of the court.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a great dribble penetrator, but three-pointers are not his focus. He said, I feel like I can get to the basket at will, so it feels like settling. Instead, I could have gotten fouled, got free throws, or an easier shot. I'm not discrediting the three-pointer at all. I know I can shoot it. I just don't. Kevin?
And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. DA, thank you. And both these teams like to get out and run the floor, Smitty. We should be in for a real treat here.
Yeah, you love it watching these two fast break teams, Kevin. Both teams getting out and running. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Lowry out there with Norman Powell. Then it's DeMar Carroll. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Valanciunas, and at the center, locking down the middle. Bogdanovich, no luck. Now here's Powell. D right on him. Lets it go with the three. Whitehead with the rebound. Brooklyn with the ball. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
The D was absolutely awful, and the fans let them know about it at the end.
Now here's DeRozan following the miss by Brook Lopez. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. DeRozan's got the first points up on the board here for the Raptors. There's the screen. There's the pass to Bogdanovich. And Booker kicks to Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. No good from Booker.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Toronto working the ball around now. Powell kicks to DeRozan. The dish to Carroll. Powell for 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. The Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. To the paint. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And no doubt, this Raptors team, one of the best in the NBA. But, Steve, are they good enough to win it all? I mean, they still have young, developing talent. Do they look to improve from within, or does this team need to make a big move?
Well, knowing this front office, you'll know they'll explore every option. If anything, they're looking to get better along that front line.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Lopez. And you know, there was so much excitement surrounding the Nets when they finished the new arena in Brooklyn in 2012. They traded for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett to try to fast-track their success. But that win-now strategy really failed.
Yeah, and that's what can happen when you mortgage your future. Short-term goals can lead to that long-term misery. And they still have some pieces they can build around. We'll see what additional talent they can attract going forward.
Now here's Carroll. Turned in an outstanding game against New York.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Lopez, a screen on Carroll. Down low. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Shooting 1.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. The Nets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. That's good from Lopez. And it's interesting, Bogdanovich came over from Croatia a couple years back. He's shown flashes, Greg, of talent, especially offensively, but he's still putting it all together.
Yeah, I think consistency is the key for him. Sometimes he's aggressive, other times he just disappears. Does have good size and strength for a wing, can hit from the outside, also finishes well around the basket. I like to see him create more for his teammates.
Here's Lopez, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
It's something they better correct quickly because he'll start running wild if they don't defend him any tougher than that.
Now Harris following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
What a warrior. He is showing once again why he is one of the best in the game at coming up with the second chance buckets.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. 5th best, DeMar DeRozan.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Offensively, the 2 guards are so advanced. Their passing is the extra dimension that gives them the leg up on your typical NBA shooting guard.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Patrick Patterson getting it to go from deep moments ago. To the wing right side, Lopez. And he lays it straight in. Lopez has got 9 points. And Toronto has possession, trailing by 4. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Their offense came fairly easy to them out there. The D wasn't rushing them to do anything, and because of that, they made a lot of smart, calculated decisions that turned into easy points.
Now Harris following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Unable to get that one. Nice D from DeRozan. Powell kicks to Lowry. They set the pick. Powell for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists now in this one. Booker a screen on Carroll. Lopez a screen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Lowry. He had 16 points in the win against New York.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Booker a screen on Carroll. Here's Whitehead looking for his first basket still in this one. Booker. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
He got the ball inside, realized right away he had a mismatch, and took him right to school.
Lowry with the ball. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Here's Whitehead. Harris outside. Pass to Whitehead. Shot clock at 6. Here's Booker. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
The D gave him too good of a look right there. He rose up and knocked it down easily.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And in a lot of ways, the game today is not as rough as it was back when you played, Steve, in the 90s. But when you look at the current players, and I'm sure you've got a couple names, who are the most physical players you see in the league now?
Let's start with the point guard position. I like Chris Paul, Patrick Beverly. On the 2-guard position, Tony Allen's very physical. Matt Barnes, Jay Crowder, power forward, Draymond Green. Zach Randolph is a physical guy.
Isn't he tough?
Steven Adams, he's shown that he's pretty tough. Those are some of the names I'm throwing out right there.
In his day, Kendrick Perkins at that center position. In fact, Oklahoma City got him just for that reason alone.
Yeah, you got some guys
to intimidate.
To intimidate, yes, for sure.
Corey Joseph's checked in for the Raptors.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 9th in steals, 12th in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
Raptors trail by 3. And here is Joseph. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. The 3. Patterson can't get it to go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Lopez a screen. Fires for 3. The rebound by Patterson.
Look, he's doing everything he can to get out of this funk. Just been a rough quarter shooting the basketball.
Lowry kicks to Patterson. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And a miss there on the triple. Nets leading by 3. Kilpatrick passes to Lynn. Lopez a screen on Lowry. Booker in the corner. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by Booker.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Carroll against Booker. Joseph dishes to DeRozan. He feeds it to Patterson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Just a solid player, Patrick Patterson. Comes off the bench, but he also can play starters minutes. Slightly undersized, but finds a way to get it done.
And with Patterson, the Kentucky product, he's very comfortable both inside and outside on the offensive end.
Yes, also as a starter coming off the bench, but I think he's more effective coming off the bench. He brings instant offense for his team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Justin Hamilton comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for Bogdanovich. Raptors also changing it up. Nogueira's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
You can win a lot of games with a great backcourt. The Raptors arguably have the best backcourt in the Eastern Conference. Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, both all-stars. They're physical, and they like to attack smaller guards.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
He thrives in the open court. Such an aggressive finisher.
And Lowry and DeRozan, with over 4 seasons of experience playing together, they've developed a great chemistry.
On and off the court, they're close friends. And as serious and intense as they are on the court, they are just as playful off the court. Just like brothers, they're always poking at each other.
Now here's Lin. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. For 3, Booker. That shot no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing. He has 7. Unloads from 13. Buries the jump shot. DeRozan's got 9 points.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
Passes it to Kilpatrick. Hamilton kicks to Booker. There's the feed to Lin. Latrey. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Look at Toronto. They're holding on to 2nd spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, there's the Nets. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And I think for Toronto, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed. They're an elite team yet again, and they're poised for a dominant stretch run here.
I can't see them slowing down anytime soon. If anything, I think they'll just get stronger as the playoffs gets closer.
To the right side. Fires it up. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Raptors with the lead. And stolen by Hamilton. No good from Booker.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Make your presence felt. He definitely altered that shot.
Here's Hamilton. Finished off the break. Hamilton's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And DeRozan kicks to Patterson. Patterson setting the pick for Ross. Puts up a 3. Another miss by DeRozan. The net shooting looking a little out of sorts early. 37%. Here's Hamilton. The stupendous finish in traffic. There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. And Joseph kicks to Ross. Inside, here's DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan has turned the corner from being a guy who helps with the scoring load to a guy who can carry the scoring load. Has a lot of ways to put up points on the board.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
The first free throw is good.
Love how DeRozan has grown as a player, as a leader of this team. And he's done a great job learning how to get to the line more frequently.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
When he's at the stripe, you know he is going to bring his best.
Lin kicks to Hamilton. Out to the right wing. Here's Kilpatrick. Here's Booker. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Shooting one.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Steve, for DeRozan and his scoring impact, not only have his points gone up, but he's scoring at a more efficient rate, not just a volume shooter anymore.
Well, started off as a slasher. Now he's a guy comfortable in the mid-range, handling the basketball, getting to the free throw line. It is scary if he can add the three ball.
Now here's Ross. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Look how comfortable he is today shooting the basketball. You can tell DeRozan is feeling it.
The Nets with the lead. Outside, Lynn. Hamilton outside. No good on the three. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Feeds to DeRozan. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And a wide open look for Lynn. His three-pointer's off the mark.
A three-point marksman. He couldn't have asked for a better look. Sometimes it just doesn't go down.
It's tipped. Patterson passes to Joseph. Patterson, the screen. And Joseph kicks to Ross. Drills it from outside.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a three.
Now Lynn. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Pass to Kilpatrick. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Kilpatrick's got his first bucket in this one. Tie game in Brooklyn. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
They clearly have the size advantage, and they're sending a lot of big bodies to the paint on both sides of the floor.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Jeremy Lin, Bogdanovich out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Kilpatrick in at the shooting guard position.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Toronto trailing. Outside Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Ross with a wide open look. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Ross has got 5.
Beautiful screen right there from Valanciunas. He is not an easy guy to get around.
Lopez dishes to Lynn. Count the basket. And the Nets lead by 2.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, we know Brook Lopez is a little vertically challenged, but he's still effective inside with an array of shots. That little push shot came because he said, I'm not the quickest guy in the world, so I want to get space and get it up quick, where they have no chance of contesting it. His go-to move is that righty hook coming across the middle. Devin?
And DA, you can't block it. You just can't let him get to that left shoulder. Raptors are gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Joseph. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Nets.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the three ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Shot off the screen. The Raptors rebound. Lowry passes to Ross. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And it's Joseph in the corner. Back to Valanciunas. Tries again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Valanciunas, he'll show you flashes of dominance, and then sometimes you can't find. And clearly the potential is there for him, and he feels consistently on the verge of breaking out.
For Valanciunas, it isn't like his numbers aren't productive. He's come close to averaging a double-double for quite some time. You were talking about this the other day, Steve, but you just know that he can be so much more.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer for big guys to develop. You have to be patient with a guy like Valanciunas. He's been in the league for a while now, but remember, he's still only 24 years old.
He hits the second from the line.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
And Foy kicks to Hamilton. Ross with the steal. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Lynn against Lowry. His first shot coming late. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Carroll's got his first basket of the night. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Foy dishes to Lopez. And the Nets miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Lowry. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. He dishes it to Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Powell for 3. Hits it from three-point range. And now a 4-point Raptor lead.
His eyes just lit up as soon as he realized he was wide open from outside. The defense has to do a much better job.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Steve, you grew up in Detroit and came into a league right after the Bad Boy Pistons had won back-to-back titles with their hard-nosed style of basketball. Do you miss that more physical brand of basketball?
Yeah, I do. Being a Detroiter, growing up watching the Bad Boys, they won championships playing defense, but I think they also was an innovator on the offensive end. People don't realize Bill Laimbeer was one of the first pick-and-pop centers in my era to get a chance to watch him. So Isaiah Joe Dumars, Rodman, Sally, love the way they play. I kind of like the little physical basketball playing back then.
So if someone said to you, the game is different now, but is it necessarily better than it was? Is it more pleasing to watch now than it was, say, in the 90s?
Yeah, I think it's more fluid offensively. I think it was a lot of fouls, but I enjoyed it in that era, but I understand the way they had to clean up the game.
Now here's Powell. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York. Screened by Valanciunas. Ross kicks to Powell. Here's Valanciunas, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Steve, one complaint the fans have had with Valanciunas is that he has not been given enough time on the floor. Whenever he's out there, he's impactful, but he is never, it seems, staying on the court as long as the fans would like.
Yeah, I think for him is he's been great in short bursts. He's never averaged more than 28 minutes a game, even when he's a starter in his whole career. consistency for a long time is the next step for Valanciunas.
There's the pick. Lowry passes to Carroll. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Lays it in off the breakaway. And it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
That whole sequence is what Kyle Lowry is all about. Gets the steal on one end and finishes on the other.
It's stolen by Lowry. A solo fast break. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Why waste all that energy? No one was going to catch him.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
The All-Star Kyle Lowry last season played fantastic basketball throughout the year. Up and down, had some huge cold streaks in the postseason. But when it was time to make big plays and big shots, he stepped up.
Why don't we now look at the league's highest scoring teams? The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Raptors third.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
And for Lowry, it was revealed he was dealing with an elbow injury at the end of the season and during the playoffs. And Stephen Helbert explains why he was so inconsistent with his play.
But you love that he never complained, never talked about it, just kept battling. He's one of those guys, yes, he struggled, but he leaves it out there on the court. But he had some moments where he made a lot of big shots in the playoffs.
Here's Valanciunas after the basket by Brooklyn.
And let's check out the stats for Brook Lopez. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
That free throw, no good. Harris is checked in for Brook Lopez. That's off as well, so he misses both. Steve, I still remember when you went to Atlanta in that trade from Miami, pretty much everyone agreed it was a heist, it was a steal for the Hawks. Do you think we see less lopsided trades these days?
Yeah, we do, Kevin. Reason why? Because of the salary cap. You're trying to match money and money together. And I think right now, Kevin, you're starting to see because of the contract situations, you want value for value. So they're not as lopsided as they used to be.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Lowry dishes to Carroll. Back to Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Valanciunas uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got 5 points in the quarter.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Dishes to Powell. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's Whitehead. Wyatt so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Powell. He kicks to Lowry. And the three off target.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Foy, the pass to Whitehead. With the floater. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. Powell kicks to Lowry. Back to Powell. Here's Valanciunas, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. And now a 12-point Raptor lead.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Whitehead, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Ross, that's good.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Watching Kyle Lowry over the years, it's been a treat to watch him. His game on the court has definitely developed, but his leadership skills has gone to another level.
Brooklyn making some changes. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Bogdanovich. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Whitehead. And then for Toronto, Nogueira's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for DeMar Carroll. And it's DeRozan in for Ross. Nets trail by 15. And Lowry and his leadership, you can tell that he is the heart, Steve, and the soul of this team. The team goes as far as he takes them.
Yes, for sure. Made the All-Star game and was third-team All-NBA. He deserves those accolades as his impact went beyond just what he did on the stat sheet.
There's Foy with the three. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Lowry. The pass to DeRozan. From 15 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Hollis-Jefferson passes to Hamilton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Hamilton with a screen on Lowry. Foy dishes to Hamilton. Clock is at 3. But they get it back. Booker outside. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Now the dish to Hamilton. He feeds it to Booker. Shoots over Patterson. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 9 points.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Fades and shoots. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. Nets trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Booker outside. They set the screen. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Fires the 3. Nogueira pulls it in.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's DeRozan. And the Raptors miss again. The Nets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
He really made a concerted effort to help in the rebounding department. He made his presence felt on the boards.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Powell. He's got 10. It's good from long range. Powell's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Raptors.
Starting to heat up now. He nailed one from behind the arc in the first quarter, 2 here in the second.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. The feed now to Harris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Nogueira passes to Lowry. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Lowry. 15 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Now here's Booker. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Houston.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
Foy dishes to Booker. Off target from outside.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well, the exact opposite is what's happening.
Outside DeRozan. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. Lowry. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Just a wise decision from Lowry to shoot it after the screen there. Just a high IQ player who consistently makes the right decision.
Now here is Hamilton. 11 points last game. And the shot is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Feeds to Patterson. Kicks to Lowry. To the paint. Nogueira with the bucket. Nogueira's got his first points of the game.
Kyle Lowry with great vision and court awareness on that play. What a pass.
Foy with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. From deep three-point range, no good, trying to beat the buzzer. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Raptors as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We got to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was the fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
We welcome you back to Brooklyn just as the subway approaches the platform here at the Barclays Center Station. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
He knew he could have his way with this team, and so far, he's dominated them.
And so here's Toronto. So for Toronto right now, we've got DeRozan. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with DeMarre Carroll. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lowry in at point guard. Now here's Powell. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And the basket by DeRozan.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Dwayne Casey's one of those guys. Watching him coaching his Raptors, he has passion on the sideline. He works extremely hard. He's such a competitor, pacing up and down the sideline. Dwayne Casey is a hard worker.
Now here's Powell. Back to DeRozan. Lowry from outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Booker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes a 3. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has got 5 points so far. And Steve Casey has made hard work the mantra of his team. And for his own coaching style, at the end of the day, he says it's about outworking the other team in every way.
Well, that's Dwayne Casey. Defense, defense, hard working. That's his mantra, and that's what he lives by.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
It hasn't been pretty. They just haven't looked interested in putting forth the kind of effort it's going to take to stay in this game.
Up top, DeRozan. 18 points for him. Outside Lowry. Right at the free throw line. And it's Lowry again missing.
His shot's been inconsistent tonight, but teammates are picking up the slack, keeping them ahead in the score.
Dishes it to Harris. The three-pointer off the mark. Raptors leading by 20. Powell kicks to Lowry. The pass to DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Valanciunas, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 9.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
And a look here at the shot chart.
The saying is live by the 3 and die by the 3, and they are living quite comfortably, I might add, out there. You almost expect every chance they hoist up to find its way through the netting. Right now, they are opening up a lot of chances inside as the defense has to respect them when they step up to the line from deep.
That's good from Hamilton.
Man, when you look at the Nets over the past couple years, it's really astounding. I mean, they've been near the bottom of almost every major statistical category as a team. I mean, that means that they really have nothing to count on to stabilize themselves when they aren't going well in a game. And when you don't have an identity as a team, boy, it is hard to find consistency.
And on the topic of the Nets, it's hard to identify their calling card as a team because the roster, Greg, still seems to be in a state of flux.
And not many draft picks or trade assets. It really may come down to love the ones you're with, at least for a little while longer. I mean, they have some scorers. They have some playmakers. If they can just find a way to block out the noise and play their game, they can be an entertaining club.
And Brooklyn has possession following the miss by DeRozan. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
Now, here's Joseph. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Lowry gets more and more comfortable launching threes the longer he's in the league.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Start it.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Nets. The Raptors also with a sub. Terrence Ross is checked in for Kyle Lowry. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. And Toronto, such an explosive offense. They can torch you in so many ways. Steve, how do you contain the Raptors?
Well, they play such a slow pace. Some people don't realize the efficiency of this offense. I think the main key is you have to try to keep them off the free throw line. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Lopez. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Joseph, the pass to Carroll. Screened by Valanciunas. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. DeRozan's got 5 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Bogdanovich dishes to Hamilton. Pass to Kilpatrick. Fades back. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Kilpatrick's got his second bucket tonight.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
And here is Joseph. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Left side, DeRozan. And that one, good.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
You know what? He doesn't get worn down coming off a big game. It just builds him up even more.
Now here is Hamilton. 11 points in the game.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Carroll kicks to DeRozan. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And looking at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, we can see the teams that make the most of their trips to the foul line. The Raptors third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want a foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Outside, Lin for the three, and it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Lin. 16 points for Brook Lopez.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
DeRozan passes to Ross. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Hey, let's see if this turns into a long-range shootout.
Bogdanovich dishes to Hamilton. Here's Kilpatrick. DeRozan defending. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Here's Lopez. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That's good from Lopez. Steve, you were able to enjoy a lengthy career. You played 14 seasons. With players coming into the league usually after 1 year in the college ranks, do you think career lengths will decline for NBA players?
You know, I don't think so. I'm starting to look at guys playing longer and longer. I think one is not a lot of banging, but I think also they're taking care of their bodies more and more. Guys are playing now up to 20 years in the league.
Amazing, isn't it?
And you're starting to see that regularly.
Toronto leading by 20. Ross in the corner. The three. Hamilton pulls it in. Hamilton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Passes to Kilpatrick. It's stolen by DeRozan. Carroll with it. He's picked up by Lopez. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Jonas Valanciunas. 11th in field goal percentage. 14th in rebounding. And tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, played, solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench. Joseph is one of the best in the game at making that happen. Most teams would be happy with him as a starter.
Timeout called, the Nets. Here's Lynn. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Here's Kilpatrick. He kicks it to Lynn. To the inside. Here's Lopez. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line. And the first one drops. Brook Lopez hits them both. Raptors leading by 19 points. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Back to Joseph. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Now in transition is Lin. Here we go. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Raptors have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Ross passes to Joseph. Here's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to DeRozan. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And some changes here for the Raptors. Nogueira comes in for Valanciunas. And it's Patterson in for DeMarre Carroll. Nets trail by 19. Stolen by Joseph. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Patterson. Keeps it alive. Here's DeRozan. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I like that he's attacking this quarter. and choosing his shots wisely.
Well, one of the biggest names in free agency, GA, this past offseason was DeMar DeRozan. Many in Toronto feared he would leave the team, but he re-upped with the Raptors on a huge deal.
Yeah, and DeRozan spoke about loyalty to the franchise when he announced he wanted to return to Toronto. It's the only team he's ever played for his entire career, and easy to be loyal when you are getting almost $30 million a year. So it's a great contract for DeRozan.
Now here's Lynn. Lopez a screen. Lynn kicks to Lopez. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lynn. From 12 feet out. And that one hits back iron.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Lopez with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And again, it's the Nets missing. Raptors leading by 22. There's the dish to Joseph. Outside DeRozan. It's good. DeRozan's got 12 points now in the quarter.
There's something to be said about putting a team on your back, trying to will it to victory. His scoring has been phenomenal this quarter.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Lynn. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes in. Lucas Nogueira. That's good from Lopez. The Nets making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Brook Lopez hits them both. Raptors leading by 22. And Joseph kicks to Ross. Back to Joseph. That shot off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for them. Pass to Lynn. They set the pick. The feed to Booker. Kicks it to Lopez. And stolen by Patterson. DeRozan in the corner. And they double up DeRozan. Here's Patterson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Patterson's got his third basket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lopez a screen on Ross. Nets passing it around. Inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one drops. The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Toronto leading by 22. Back to Joseph. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. That'll put Brook Lopez on the line. It goes in. Lucas Nogueira.
Shooting 1.
Toronto's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6, and they double up DeRozan. Here's the teardrop. Patterson, and the layup's good off the glass. Patterson's got 4 this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Lynn kicks to Booker. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Here's Lopez. Got a hand on it. Now Powell. He's got 13. And Lynn with a clear path to the hoop. Chalk up 2 there. Lynn's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And Lynn plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
Nogueira kicks to Powell. Now here's Joseph. Oh!
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And Brooklyn has possession after the Raptors pick up 2. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And a look here at the shot chart.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Just nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taken that shot.
2.
That's good from Lopez. Whitehead's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And then for Toronto, Valanciunas comes in for Nogueira. And it's Lowry in for Corey Joseph. Both free throws good from Lopez. Raptors leading by 21. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Outside Lowry. Patterson setting the pick for Lowry. They get it back. Back to Powell. Valanciunas dishes to Powell. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Powell's got 15 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Whitehead passes to Booker. Here's Whitehead. Lowry covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kilpatrick. But they recover it. Goes up again. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
I love how hard he's playing, really, since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him.
That's good from Lopez. And both free throws good for Lopez. Now here is Lowry. He's got 9. No good from Valanciunas. Here's Whitehead. This one for 3. Misses. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Toronto ahead, running away with it. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But man, we got to get down and get engaged at the other end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
There you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Trevor Booker is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Carroll, and Damari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Whitehead. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Another shot. Lopez, no luck.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
Now here's Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. And he overshot that one, missing. Bogdanovich passes to Whitehead. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Now the pass to Whitehead. To the middle. Fires from the line. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Brooklyn. Raptors leading by 19 points. They set the pick. Feeds it to Ross. Shoots the 3. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. And the dunk by Lopez.
He has been one of the only positive things for his team. Everyone else is struggling.
And for the Raptors, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Now here's Ross, guarded closely. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Valanciunas, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Nogueira's checked in for Toronto. Corey Joseph comes in for Norman Powell.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to Ross. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Dishes to Nogueira. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 16.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
Booker a screen on Carroll. Lynn kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Up top, Lynn. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And this team trusts Lynn to play within the offense. He's very good at taking high-quality shots.
Ross dishes to Carroll. Joseph with the ball. Passes it to Lowry. It's the outside fadeaway. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 10 assists. Nets trail by 16. Here's Kilpatrick. It's deflected. Here's Lopez. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. The Raptors also with a sub. Patterson's checked in. There's Lynn with the 3. The rebound by Patterson. Toronto leading by 16. He dishes it to Lowry. Ross kicks to Patterson. Patterson setting the pick for Joseph. Fires from deep. Patterson can't get it to go.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting one in the first.
Lynn's shot is off.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Lynn. He kicks it to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Count it. Good.
Really outstanding job by the offense to get the ball right near the bucket.
Now the dish to Joseph. Carroll up top. Now here's Ross. Defense is right there. For the three. Lowry can't get it to go.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Pass to Booker. He feeds it to Lynn. Kicks to Lopez. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First one falls for him. Brook Lopez hits them both. Raptors leading by 15. Now the feed to Joseph. And Carroll now atop the key. And the pass to Ross. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Now here's Joseph. Guarded by Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lopez with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Bogdanovich. He shoots again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Free throw good, Booker. And so he makes both from the line. Raptors leading by 13. Lowry kicks to Ross. Outside Lowry. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Deep 2 from Ross. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 16 points for Terrence Ross.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Exactly what he's trying to do. Take an opponent that's struggling to keep pace and just put them further in the rearview mirror.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut back down to 13 with the basket coming from Lynn.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lynn, dropping it in the face of the D.
Now here's Joseph. Carroll up top. Feeds it to Ross. Dishes it to Lowry. No good off the front iron. For Brooklyn, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Lynn kicks to Lopez. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Booker. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lowry passes to Ross. Back to Lowry. Pulls it from 20. Jump shot is good that time. Lowry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Bogdanovich dishes to Lopez. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. Lopez has got 34 points.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Toronto calls timeout. And the Nets making a change here. Whitehead's checked in. Then for the Raptors, Pirtle, he's checked in for Patterson. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Terrence Ross. And Norman Powell subbed in for Joseph. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well he got the point across.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Lowry. They set the pick. Powell kicks to Lowry. Back to Powell. Pass to DeRozan. Trying his luck deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Bogdanovich passes to Booker. Lopez a screen. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Booker. In for his 7th make in 13 tries. Raptors leading by 11. Powell dishes to DeRozan. Outside Lowry. He kicks it to DeRozan. Takes the 13-footer. Rebounded by the Nets. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-4 run. The dish to Harris. Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Whitehead passes to Lopez, but he gets it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Lowry kicks to Pirtle. That shot off the mark. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Whitehead. Down low from 12 feet out. And Pirtle pulls it down. The Raptors shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Carroll with a screen on Harris. Powell kicks to Lowry. Right through the D for the layup. Lowry's got 11 in the second half.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Pirtle. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Whitehead to the paint. Here's Lopez. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. Lopez has got 8 here in the quarter.
Gotta love how he didn't give up on the glass, and because of that effort, he comes up with the putback on the offensive rebound.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. 14 feet away. Rebound, Brooklyn. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lopez passes to Whitehead. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Not a high percentage look, but the defense gave him just enough space, and he buried it.
And here's DeRozan. From the wing. That's good on the jump shot. DeRozan's got 29 in the game.
Look at the focus in DeRozan's eyes on that shot. A guy right in his face, but he had no problem finishing it.
Lopez left side. Pass to Whitehead. There's the triple. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Nogueira, he's checked in for Toronto. To the inside. Whitehead passes to Lopez.
Clearly a foul.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits. Brook Lopez hits them both. 1:07 left in the game. Powell dishes to Lowry. They set the screen. Back to Powell. Lots of room. Rebound, Brooklyn. The pass to Kilpatrick. Lopez a screen. Kicks to Bogdanovich. To the middle. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Lopez. And they go to the intentional foul. .40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Lowry gets double-teamed. Here's DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
Timeout.
And that's 31 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
I can't see this one slipping away from them at this stage. They've just been too good today.
.30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Whitehead passes to Lopez. Takes a three. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally.
Shooting 2.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
They need to work on getting a clean, quality look from the perimeter here. That should be their focus.
Now off the inbound.
Get the board.
And it's Kilpatrick missing.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
And yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They trail by 8. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Well, maybe the coach just wants a chance to try out a new play here. But I agree, this one is over.
.15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's Foy with the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Now Joseph. And so it's Toronto winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyle, congrats on the win. What did you guys want to accomplish and get this win?
Everybody played. We all played together. We stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Thanks again, Kyle. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan. A man on a mission. He came out torching the Nets and just never cooled down. Obviously, his monster first quarter had a big impact on tonight's outcome.
He was just having a ball out there, making big plays up and down the court. It didn't matter who or what defensive scheme was on him. He just took the challenge and gave you the full arsenal tonight.
The athletic ability of DeMar DeRozan is off the charts, but he's got a great head in his shoulders, too. I like this kid from California. And we got a good taste of how well he combines his smarts and his skills tonight.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.